So the Jubilee event of 2024 is now here, the 11th anniversary of Neverwinter. This event has a lot going for it this year. You can obtain an absolute ton of insignia powder along with quite a few coal motes if you have the time to grind. Even if you don't, there's still quite a lot you can take advantage of if you only have a few hours a day. So I advise you go to Protector's Enclave here. You can speak to Elminster. He'll give you a description of the event and he'll give you a bunch of quests, and ultimately the reward is the new red dragon mount. You'll have to complete this quest and we'll obtain him. It is going to be, I assume, like the previous year, where you're going to have to do a bunch of tasks, and after a certain amount of progress we get it, like we had with Elminster. This mount is pretty good for supports. Reducing the enemy's critical avoidance is essentially increasing everybody's critical hits against them. And then it has some other effects. You can use it for getting damage resistance, breaking free of some control abilities, much like the Swarm mount. It is a 4-slot insignia mount, and it will allow you to obtain these bonuses, including Artificer's Persuasion. We've never had a mount with that, and that's pretty useful to make sure your cooldowns are ready for the artifact call. So what do you actually have to be doing? Well, ultimately, if you read the fine print, you have to complete 5 days worth of activities. You can see the quest under your minimap. It requires you to complete an anniversary daily quest, so that can be any, and complete the Protector's Speech. That means we need to pick up one of the other quests he's offering us. So this one, you need to go to commoners and give them a gift. This one is locating the foreign merchant, escorting him. That's definitely one we'll do. Another one for the Protector's Speech, so you'll just do the queue. That one probably doesn't count though, because since you already have to do this Protector's Speech. And here's Enter the Garden, and I don't believe that one counts either. So just be aware again, if you want this red dragon mount, you have to do that participation on every single character of which you want the mount on. Going to the garden, you simply just get free 5 bounties. That one does not count as a daily quest. We can give gifts to these commoners. We have to locate 5 of them. You simply get a sparkly line which will lead you between them. We finish that, handing in the quest, and that should give us progress. Indeed, we now just have to do the Protector's Speech. So to go to the Protector's Speech, you have to go to the event here. We can go on private and do it solo, speak to Nox, and you'll just have to kill waves of enemies. It's pretty straightforward. You open the map and you see the blue area, you go there and you simply kill everything. And then you just have to beat up the certain boss tied to that wave. Once you clear that, you can then go to the next attack and you kill more enemies. If you have a tank, you can go group them all up and kill everything at once. Once that's done, you'll go to the next one. And you go to beat up the third boss. Once that's done, you're done. And you'll get like a tier thing based on how quickly you beat it. And your reward is just a little bit of renown, whatever. And yeah, you'll have to do that every day. Just be aware of that. You can see the quest now says return on the 2nd day for more anniversary activities. You look at it and it will show you you've completed that for the 1st day, and it will say the 2nd and so on. Complete the Protector's Speech quest and he gives us more bounties. Now you have 2 options. You can keep doing the rest of his quests, but I generally wouldn't recommend that unless you just want some high effort bounties. What you want to do in this event, which is what we're going to cover, is how to get all of these. I got like 6,000 in just one event last year, and we can do it again this year. No problems. What you want to do is go over to either or location, the Whispering Caverns or Ebon Downs. In both areas, you will find the foreign merchant, which one of your quests will also lead you to. And you can see that is this right here. It acts as a heroic encounter when triggered, and you need to escort the foreign merchant to his location. So we're just going to travel along the path where he's going to go. We're going to meet him because somebody else has triggered him, and we'll be able to see where he's at. So he's right here fighting some spiders. So you need to kill all the enemies that are nearby, and he starts moving again. So he's going to stop again around here, I believe. He's like, help, spiders. And some drow also came in. You kill them and you move on. He's going to stop again about up here. That's where he's finished the event. So now you can claim your reward and you can see you can get like bounty boxes. We got 6, and now we go back again. So now we have to go to where it's going to start. So the foreign merchant is going to be back there again. We travel along the line. This is the exact pathway he's going to take every single time. And we go and meet the foreign merchant. You interact with him and he'll begin walking again. And you will repeat this over and over and over again. Now, if you have a group of friends, what you can do is claim an instance, because there's going to be multiple of these different instances with a lot of people. And on those certain instances, you can have people just camping at certain locations. So one's right here where he stopped, and they can just have like a companion to kill them. They don't even have to be there to kill the enemies, because your companion can just do it. You can proceed to the next area where he's going to stop. He'll also stop if there's just enemies who have spawned there naturally, like here. So you'll want to have somebody located here to kill those guys. These guys might get triggered as well, so just be aware. And then around this corner, there's going to be a bunch of spiders. So you can like go ahead and kill them already, and then he'll keep moving. We lured those spiders for some reason. Somebody did. We have to kill them and proceed on with the merchant. So yeah, if you have a full instance, you can position yourself like this person right here with a companion that can kill enemies pretty easily, and just keep the area clear. That way the foreign merchant can keep going, and it won't really stop that often. Sometimes he will stop, and the person who's triggering the foreign merchant and following it might need to be aware of that. Or again, you just have a person located in every position where he can stop to summon enemies. He can sometimes stop at the top of this bridge, but I believe he's just finished like he did before. And that's it, done. You claim your reward, and we got like 4 bounties and a teeny bit of renown. And that is going to be your reward. You're just going to keep doing that over and over and over again. Yeah, you can think it's tedious, but to be honest, this year, with all those insignias, it is well worth the effort. It is a bit repetitive, absolutely. You'll need an instance to have somebody to trigger the foreign merchant. You can have people standing AFK along the line to help kill them quickly, and it just goes pretty smoothly. Just, again, ideally you're with a group of friends and you take turns triggering the foreign merchant. Like, I do it for an hour, this other guy does it for an hour, that other guy does it for an hour, and then you share the load of triggering the foreign merchant, and it's then no problem at all. You just then have everybody else standing around killing the enemies with their companions, popping in every now and again to make sure they're not getting logged out, and it's GG. That's how you farm thousands of these. You easily get a stack or 2 of these every hour, depending on how like quickly the foreign merchant can go, and basically your luck on the reward at the end. Just, yeah, do not miss this event. It is just huge value. Like, having people ahead of the route is just huge, because the foreign merchant will stop an awful lot less. Just make sure you are, like, if you have to go away for something, you are standing in these spots where there can be enemies spawning. And just make sure you're running a multi-target companion. That is useful. So like this guy here can have like, what's he using? The Wayward Wizard. This is a companion you can get for 2 gold. You don't have to upgrade it, and it will do wonders killing the enemies. Otherwise, Minotaur Mercenary, even a bit better. But yeah, no problems there at all. Just don't leave the merchant dying, because if he dies, then you basically just fail the heroic encounter and it wastes an awful lot of time. The merchant gets to the end again, you get your reward, and there you go, more bounty boxes. You will always get that heroic reward as long as you have hit something within the heroic encounter. So if you are standing here, yes, you need like your companion or yourself to hit some enemies that are nearby. Then you'll gain credit and you'll get your reward. But ultimately, that's the Jubilee for you. And that's how you get thousands of these boxes. I know of people who get like 20,000, 30,000 in just that 1 week of the event. It's pretty crazy. It requires, yeah, being basically on all the time, making sure you're always in an instance that somebody is always triggering the foreign merchant, and you're good to go. You just get so many of them. So hopefully this helps clear up what to do for the Jubilee. Again, make sure you're getting progress on that quest if you want to get this dragon mount. Again, I will only be able to obtain it and check it out and showcase it once we get to, yes, the 5th day with that participation. It says it right here in the blue text what you have to do. Now, in terms of the other rewards from this event, not just this dragon, you can go to Elminster here and you can purchase things. So you need figurines to purchase this here. We have companion and mount upgrade tokens, like just a random companion that's worth nothing, a garden key, which is also really not worth anything, some vanity pets, just in case you want to, I guess, have them, and this mount, which is not worth much, and then you can just purchase some renown. But then also over here, you can purchase some fashion visuals. Yeah, just have a look for yourself. In order to get those figurines, you'll get 1 per day from a bounty box, so just make sure you open 1 every day. But also you can get more of these figurines from these hospitalities. You share them with somebody and then you basically give them a reward, and you'll want them to share hospitalities with you, giving you rewards, and that way you can get a lot of these figurines. And then over in the renown store, you can purchase the Neverwinter hand, a very high value mount to use as 4 slots with Tactician's Precision. I'll cover the importance of Tactician's Precision and why you need to make the most of it, and definitely get this mount on all the characters you want to play. Do not miss out on it. Just be aware again, you'll have to do a bit of this event on each of the characters you want it on, because it is bound to pick up character when you want to buy it. Then there's just this parade horse, that's whatever, and there's a Cyclops, which is still a very good companion in certain content. In content where people take a lot of damage, particularly in trials, he is very good. However, if everybody runs him, he's bad because his damage will get split between them. Then you can just get some more fashion here. Again, you can check this how it looks on your character just by right clicking on it, or whatever it is on console. And then this is where you will spend the majority of your renown. Lunch boxes. This will give you the event food you need, like squash soup, watermelon sorbet, caprice, and a bunch of other items. The main ones are unbound, like caprice, squash soup, watermelon. You can sell them all as well, make lots of vassal diamonds from them, and then you can buy the new throne of this year. So we'll do that. Now, the best way to get renown is these bounty boxes. Just be aware you have to open a certain amount in order to start getting a lot of renown. Like once we get to like 100 here, we will start getting like nearly 100 renown per box, up to 120, like 5. You can see right now we're starting to get that 102, 50, whereas we started out with only getting like 1 or 2 renown. So yeah, once you get to that 100, like 50, you can see the amount of renown up to 100, 200 per box average. So this is where you get all of that renown. 101 to 202 renown per box. And then you easily get enough renown to get anything you want from the store. Like right now, we should have enough to, right ahead, go and buy the Neverwinter hand. Again, it is bound to our character when we buy it. We can get the Cyclops, which very nicely is not bound at all. You can sell this one. You can look on the auction house. You can see the price right now of them. They'll probably only sell for like 20,000, 10,000. Not that much, because people know about this, about selling them. In terms of the consumables, you then want to go and buy all these lunch boxes. They added a slider. You can buy 99 at a time. And then those lunch boxes, you go and open and get all of this event food. You get 4 different ones every time you open this. It is kind of random, so you need a lot of them to get like a lot of the specific ones. Like if I want just squash soup, I'll have to open quite a lot of these in order to get lots of stacks of that, but you'll get plenty of the other event food as well, most of which you can sell, like fizzy brew, caprice, the feasts, watermelon. But things you can't sell is like Ninjago or hot wings or mochi, they're just all bound seabread as well. But let's also go and obtain this throne so that we can showcase that as well. Again, unfortunately, I cannot showcase the dragon mount until we actually get it. But yeah, opening these boxes, like you would have seen in my previous video as well, is going to give you an absolute ton of insignias. You'll get a bunch of coal motes as well. It's just huge value. Just farm your ass off in this event if you've got the time, and you'll gain crazy amounts of character progress if you need those mythic insignias. Even if you don't need anything, just saving for like celestial insignias, the powder, is probably a good idea. Or even celestial colors, you'll need powder. So yeah, make sure you take advantage of this event. Even just for the event food, it's really good. Like, I easily could have enough event food for the entire year with this many bounty boxes, with the amount of renown you get through this. You just spend it on all those lunch boxes. But I want to check out the new throne that we should be able to get this year, Throne of Mensa Branson. These are just cool like fashion items. You get the throne, you'll put it on your belt item here, and then you can go interact with it. Just press that button to use it, and then you're thrown up, and this does actually look pretty sick. The picture that they showed of the display was not as great, but this is really cool. I think you can press spacebar and you'll just shake your fist like that. You can use AWSD and you can like spin around like this. But I think this is a really cool throne. They've done very well on this one, in my opinion. You even got the spider beside you there. And just having those braziers with that fire going up is really cool. But ultimately, that is the Jubilee event. Make sure you do not miss out on this. It's a huge value event. It only lasts 1 week as well, so you don't have much time. And make sure if you want that red dragon mount, you're actually doing the participation for it. Every day, do one of the daily quests from Elminster, and you're doing the Protector's Speech. Make sure it's a correct daily quest from Elminster. One of the ones that tell you to go to like a different zone, or in Protector's Enclave, speak to the dudes. Like here, you can go to Dread Ring and speak to the Harper. Here we can find the sick entertainers and rouse them. These kind of quests. Ones that is like go to the foreign merchant, I'm not sure if that even works. And going to the Protector's Speech in the garden, I don't believe that contributes either. Just make sure it is by checking your quest. It will say if you've completed it. Make sure it says like return on the 2nd day, return on the 3rd day, 4th day. That is to note that you have done. Like, I know I am done for today because it tells me to come back the next day. Hopefully this makes everything clear, what you can do for this event, how to get all the items. But yeah, don't burn yourself out. Do what you're comfortable with. Once again, a massive thank you to all these channel members for your added support, and we'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.